York, cause I just love fashion. Let's make the play for the pad, he taxing. Told her I should better die, I take my cut from the back.
Video. This is, well, hold on, I'm mute that. All right, this is Disney is perfectly happy with their catastrophic, my fault. I said catastrophic. Catastrophic downfall. Now, we all know Disney is, they be showing symbols of what is right, what's wrong out there. And we're going to see.
Disney is no longer the magical, wonder-filled universe that it was when we were growing up.
That's facts.
Not only have they been making uninspiring, lackluster new films, but they have been going back and changing old stories, altering the narratives of iconic creations.
That's true. I will say the most recent Disney film that is like fire is what? Is either Coco or Moana. And that's coming from a, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the Disney movies, but I'll probably say those two are probably the best ones as of right now. This is facts.
To make things even worse, they buy out competitive film studios who are actually making cinematic masterpieces and drag them into the mud. But the people have had enough with Disney's boring and bleak vision for the future. They are losing hundreds of millions of dollars, bombing at the box office with record low sales, stock prices dropping to the lowest in decades, and while you think this may be an indication they need to change, it is only going to get worse. The real reason
the stock
Disney
is down
refusing
bad.
to pay attention to their imminent doom is much deeper and darker than you could ever imagine. You are not just blinded by nostalgia. Disney was actually at its peak from 1989 to 1999. This was known as the Disney Renaissance, where some of their best movies were created. The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, Pocahontas, Hercules, Mulan, Tarzan. These 8 classics all received an overwhelmingly positive critical reception, but more importantly, the fans loved it. Each film generated hundreds of millions of dollars in the box office. The Lion King earned the most at nearly $1 billion.
I ain't gonna lie, The Lion King, like, it might be one of the greatest Disney movies. Like, I'm talking like just Disney made, not Marvel, Infinity War, and all that stuff.
Making it the 57th most successful film of all time. These films were so successful that even their soundtracks were selling millions of copies. The Little Mermaid 6 times platinum. Beauty and the Beast 3 times platinum.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast since I was a little kid, bro. I know sometimes people go back and watch the things, like the movies when they was like older, but nowadays I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast since I was a kid, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
Aladdin 3 times platinum. Pocahontas
so many times.
The Lion King reached diamond status. Now, I did skip over possibly the most iconic animated film of the 90s. Toy Story. And that's because Disney did not actually create this film. In the 80s, Pixar was just an animation group making commercials as a step towards their ultimate goal of making an animated feature film. The studio made shorts to test their RenderMan software and produce animation challenges for the team. Tin Toy successfully garnered attention from Disney, who wanted to expand the idea, making a film from the perspective
I seen
of
that little short animation.
They developed a relationship where Disney agreed to distribute 3 films for Pixar, as well as provide connections and budget to land
Look at these 2 goats right here. Just look at these 2 goats. Shout out to Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, bro. Shout out to Woody and Buzz right here, man.
Stars Tom Hanks and Tim
Shout
Allen
out to Woody
as
and
lead
Buzz.
roles, but Pixar had never written a movie. Luckily, their co-founder John Lasseter had previously been an employee of Disney and worked on The Fox and the Hound, so John was tasked with writing Pixar's first film. He spent nearly 2 years working on the first version of Toy Story that depicted Woody as a cynical jerk.
Who said your job was to think, Spring Wiener?
Why, I just thought that
use this vast reserve of brain power to consider this for a moment. If it wasn't for me, Andy wouldn't pay any attention to you at all. In fact, my sketchy friend, you would have been hauled away to Goodwill a long time ago, so shut your mouth and get them off the bed.
When
I don't know why, that just felt, you know what I'm saying?
Pixar pitched this, Disney executives
I'm waiting for him to say something crazy.
They thought the characters were mean-spirited and would send the wrong message to children, so they shut down production of the film. John was embarrassed and begged for another chance. Disney gave him 2 weeks to develop another version. The second iteration of the film depicted a perspective of toys who desperately want to be played with because they love and care about their owners deeply. Disney greenlit the film, and luckily it paid off. In 1995, Toy Story released and earned $373 million worldwide, becoming the second highest grossing film of 1995.
Well, hold up. Now I actually got to check it, bro. Now I actually got to check something. Hold up. Because I don't know if Twitch did that one, because my OBS is kind of fried. I gotta see. If they screw this up, I'm gonna be so mad. Then I gotta go. Hold on, let me see. Oh no, we good. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, you talk about the video, ain't you? Yeah, you talk about the video. That's fine. You talk about the video. But hey, Joy, how's it going, Joy? But yeah, this is the Disney catastrophic downfall.
The first ever full-length computer-generated
I
film.
thought you were talking about
and a
Moby,
classic
because I
that
thought Moby
shaped
screwed
the
up.
childhoods of millions.
How's your Monday, Joy? How y'all
Pixar
Monday?
and Disney followed that up with A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2.
By the way, A Bug's Life, banger. Toy Story 2, I don't know. I think we all know Toy Story 3 probably is the best Toy Story in this franchise.
Adding to the catalog of amazing films. But it
Sideline
wasn't just these
again?
animated
Damn.
films that made Disney so iconic during the Renaissance.
Keep
You
your
also
head
had
up.
the Mighty
You get back
Ducks,
out there.
Cool Runnings, Angels
Mighty
in the
Ducks.
Outfield, The Jungle Book, Hocus Pocus, The
Yep.
Parent Trap, Heavyweights. Let me know some of your favorites.
Yo, Disney's goated, bro. I'm glad I enjoyed my childhood. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all a little too young to see some of those movies. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
also important to understand that during the 90s,
That's-
Disney also owned two major production studios, Touchstone and
Touchstone,
Hollywood
yeah.
Pictures. Touchstone produced Armageddon, Pretty Woman, Dead Poets
Pretty
Society,
Woman.
Sister Act, while Hollywood Pictures produced Tombstone, The Sixth Sense, and a bunch of others I don't personally recognize.
Willis.
In short, Disney absolutely dominated the 90s. They created
Hell yeah.
iconic moments of magic that taught us valuable life lessons. They taught us right and wrong. Never pretend to be something you are not. Listen
Facts.
to your parents. Love and cherish your family. Lessons that would make
Yo, it's the message, bro. The same as you like this. Do it. I'm not feeling like
us well-rounded human beings.
Well, be careful.
However, they did get their fair share of criticism.
Because if you know what I'm saying, also RG3 stuff, you know what I'm saying, it was in the playoffs to be fair to RG3, but he did not have to play that game, because if you play that game, you could risk your whole career. Because by playing on an injury, you could possibly injure something else, and it could be 10 times worse from that first injury.
Back then as well. The Hunchback of Notre Dame explores themes such as lust, obsession,
Such a great
and religious
movie. What a
hypocrisy,
banger.
which are more mature and intense than typical Disney fare. The character of Esmeralda was critiqued for her sexualized design,
True.
objectifying and misrepresenting her character. The 1989 VHS cover of The Little Mermaid was banned and later changed when people noticed it contained phallic imagery.
Is that a cock? Yo!
But these days, many people think we should have been harsher on Disney films in the
You have
90s,
to watch it.
which
You
has
have to
caused
watch
people
it.
to go back in the past and
Hold
become
up. Let's look at this picture right here. This is amazing right here. Like, look at all these goats. Yo, shout out Peter Pan.
been harsher on Disney films in the 90s, which has caused people to go back
Oh
in the
my
past and
gosh.
become critical of what they thought were great films. And before we absolutely dismantle your favorite childhood films, let me tell you about today's sponsor.
God. Pat, do you, buddy? I ain't even mad at you, brother. Get your bread. But I ain't getting sponsored by Underdog, so.
Stereotypes and presenting a distorted and one-dimensional view of the Arab world. They also thought that the casting of white actor Robin Williams to voice the genie, who is a mystical being living in a lamp, was considered whitewashing since the character had cultural connotations associated with the Middle East.
They said Google try to bag Benny. But I don't think that's bad, bro. Like some white dude just voicing a genie, you know what I'm saying? Would they want to be a Middle Eastern dude as well? You know what I'm saying? What about Will Smith's character, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Disney also went back and changed controversial lyrics in the song Arabian Nights.
Did
A
they?
joke from the bloopers reel in Toy Story 2 raised so much controversy in 2019 that Disney decided to remove it.
You know, I'm sure I could get you a...
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, yo, wait. Okay, this is gonna sound so old, but I grew up on VHS tapes. And so I have the VHS of Toy Story 2, and this is still in there. They didn't erase it, but nowadays do. If I can find the VHS tape, bro, oh my.
part in Toy Story 3. I'm sorry, are we back? Oh, all right.
I remember
girls.
this to this
Lovely
day.
talking
I always
with you.
thought this was
Considering
weird.
sexual misconduct allegations against Disney executives, this joke
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. What? Nigga, who is this? This looks like the horrible version of Greg Popovich. What?
Folk didn't age well. Pocahontas was accused of appropriating and commodifying Native American culture for profit without showing proper respect or understanding of the cultures and traditions they were depicting,
I
while
haven't seen
also being
Pocahontas in so long, bro.
too historically inaccurate. They also depicted a relationship that falsely represented how natives felt about European settlers. Their song Savages is a war song in the film with some questionable lyrics. Their whole disgusting race is like a curse. Their
Damn, what the?
skin's a hellish red. They're only good when dead.
Yo, relax. Maybe it's best I haven't seen Pocahontas in a minute, because I definitely don't remember that.
They're different from us, which means they must be evil.
Right. Okay. Nah.
People were angry that they made such an abhorrent song into a catchy tune.
Whoever made that song, he's right. He or she is racist. It's simple.
However, defenders simply say that this is an accurate way to depict how horrifying and absurd their mindset was.
Yo, this dude look like Captain Hook. Just a fat
Disney
version.
did go back and change some of the lyrics.
Shock.
From their whole disgusting race is like a curse to here's what you get when the races are diverse. However, there
I ain't glad that. Hey, that's how you change it.
is no argument that the
Rescuers Down Under.
Renaissance era was Disney's peak, and the only reason they survived throughout the 2000s was because of their ability to buy the companies that were actually
Film, television, music, radio, gaming, finance, theater, consumer goods, property and parks, publishing, digital, and
making great art. The 2000s is often described as Disney's experimental era because the company started trying different ventures.
oh my god,
It's
for all
often
you haters
described
out
as
there,
Disney's
look at this
experimental
masterpiece.
era because the company started trying
Oh, wow, yes. Look at this masterpiece. Some of you guys hate this movie so much. I don't get it. Stop hating on Chicken Little. I love Chicken Little, bro. One of my favorite Disney movies, bro. Ever.
trying different ventures to keep their billions flowing in.
Bro, Brother Bear. Oh, bro. Shout out the dude that made it stop. Phil Collins, bro. Chicken
Disney
Little.
Channel
See the disrespect. Here we go.
Was their venture into daytime television
That
and was
was
the
wild.
last original creation before they kind of gave up. Even Stevens and Lizzie McGuire were their first big successes in the live action sector,
I watched Lizzie McGuire more than even Stevens. I ain't gonna lie.
which led to huge hits like That's So Raven, Sweet Life of
Classic,
Zack and
classic.
Cody, Hannah Montana,
Ooh.
and Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ooh. Ooh.
These shows rooted our problems as tweens into
Yes,
reality.
bruh.
They depicted fun adventures while also tackling real problems like how to talk to your
I'm just saying, I lived a good childhood, bro. I hate bragging, but looking back at it, bro, damn, and I feel bad for the niggas that ain't watched these shows. Like y'all ain't get a taste of nothing, bro. Y'all get a taste of whatever shows we playing that. What shows we playing nowadays? Like on some Disney Channel. I've not, boy. The only time I go to Disney Channel is if I accidentally press Disney Channel on accident.
your
That's the
first
only time.
crush, how to combat bullies, going through puberty, among other growing pains. Every single one of their successful TV shows were turned into movies, which speaks to their experimental nature. But
That is true. Every one of those 4 shows had a movie, and those movies were classics.
they also produced original TV movies like Smart House,
Smart House was meh. I keep it
Cadet
big.
Kelly, the Halloween Town series,
Oh. I'm gonna title the video All Head Reacts to Nostalgia on YouTube.
and of course,
There's Shirley Danny fan. I'm a Johnny Test was top 5. Yo, Johnny. Oh, you talk about like all throughout the. I'm talking about through Disney, but yeah, I think I can have a top 5 honestly, like legit, because like, bruh, there were so many good shows. Like before, like I can name a handful of shows that were actually good after 2010. Honestly. Well, actually, we don't know. But
High School Musical. For the
Oh,
people that didn't
come
grow
on now.
up during this era, it's hard to describe how much the Disney
hey, yo, I seen a meme today. They said they call what's it called? Gabriella Taylor Swift and called Troy Travis Kelce when he scored that touchdown. Yo,
channel
bro, the
impacted
internet funny,
children.
bro.
Kids in the 50s through the 70s pretty much only watched cartoons on Saturday
Flintstones?
mornings. 80s and 90s kids watched before
Hey, I still did watch cartoons on Saturday mornings. I don't care, and mostly Disney Channel. Actually, no, I watched Disney Channel on Saturday mornings. It was Hannah Montana at 10 a.m.
School and after school, but had less variety and autonomy over what they were watching. Early 2000s kids
Disney. Ooh, I think we got to categorize it like Disney XD and then Disney Channel. Because I ain't gonna lie, Phineas Ferb XD, Kick Buttowski XD, Gravity Falls, some of you guys don't know, is also XD.
grew up with multiple TVs in the house. If parents wanted to control the television, they likely had a playroom TV or bedroom TV where they
Yes.
could watch whatever they want.
Show the box TVs. I had a box TV.
They had
There's no wrong with
DVRs,
that.
playback software, endless amounts of reruns, and even
Yo, look at the cutest George.
multiple channels that aired the same
I ain't gonna lie. Like these are the 4 channels as a kid. These shows if you had a childhood. Like you watch PBS Kids, you watch Cartoon Network, you watch Nickelodeon, watch Disney Channel. Oh, and please don't forget Disney XD. If you didn't watch any of those 5 channels, you didn't have a childhood. You're probably Also, I'm gonna give the people out there Animal Planet too, because I did watch Animal Planet before I went to school and catch the bus with my cousins sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Animal Planet was it too.
shows. Disney Channel shows were averaging anywhere from 4 to 10 million
So Raven, Phineas and Ferb, Hannah Montana was where it plays.
viewers on the premieres alone. Hannah Montana and the Cheetah Girls became international superstars, doing stadium tours with 10,000 plus people singing songs that were based on a
The Cheetah Girls went on ABC. Oh shit!
Disney Channel TV show.
I didn't
And
even know
while their
that.
live-action TV thrived, their animated TV shows were much weaker than competitors Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. But they
That's
still
true.
had some solid new additions with the
What they talking about?
Proud Family, Kim Possible, and Phineas and Ferb.
Facts. Even though this was Disney XD, I don't know if Disney XD was around at this time. Like as soon as Phineas and Ferb came out, I think it might have been.
All
actually.
of those also got their own TV movies. But if it wasn't for Pixar, Disney's animated film presence would have tanked.
Yo, how many Phineas and Ferb movies are there? I think there's. I just know Across the Second Dimension. That's all I know.
Started the 2000s with The Emperor's New Groove,
Such a good movie. And it was a decent TV show. I'll give it that.
which fans loved, but it failed to meet the
I'll
financial
give them that.
success of the Renaissance era films, only profiting about $70 million, which isn't
And
enough
I
for Disney.
appreciate the
From
follow-up
here,
to
hand-drawn
Nation.
animation was being considered obsolete, and Disney had not been working on computer-generated animation. To make things worse, there was new competition
Appreciate
on the
the follow,
horizon,
NYC.
DreamWorks. Disney created a competitor to Pixar and
Wait, there's 2 or 3 Phineas and Ferb movies? Nah, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I have to look this up. Wait a minute. There's no way. How many Phineas and Ferb movies? There's 2. Who's this one? Who's this? Wait. Across the Second Dimension, Phineas and Ferb movie, Candace Against the Universe. What? When was that a thing? What was that? I've never seen that thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. 3rd movie. Yeah, get out of here. This is it's probably mid. It's let me check. Oh wait. Yeah. Facts. Across Second Dimension. If you didn't watch that movie, you don't know
DreamWorks
movies.
called
I keep
Secret
it bad.
Lab, but the films
I'll
they
keep it
produced
bean.
failed to meet expectations. Dinosaur was their 2000 film that featured CGI prehistoric creatures. The movie
Mid. I
was
remember
just
that movie.
alright, not impressive enough for their
Mid. That
CGI
movie was mid.
debut. It secured over $300 million in the box office,
Not mid.
but they expected more. Secret Lab closed down after one failure. Pixar exploded again with Monsters
Oh.
Inc., and DreamWorks came out of the gates hot with Chicken Run
Shout out DreamWorks too.
and Shrek.
Oh my god. Probably the most how do I say this? The most meme movie It's like Shrek, the Shrek series. There's 4 Shrek movies. I think they're done though. They're done.
Shrek 2 secured $900 million in the box office.
What's the best? I think the first Shrek might be the best though. It's either the first Shrek or the last one with Rumpelstiltskin. It was either the first one or the last one. Those are probably the best in my opinion.
Disney was trembling.
Sully Mike or Shrek and Donkey. Well, let's compare. Let's compare Sully and Shrek. 2 horrible beings you don't even want to look at. You look at both of them, you're terrified. The other one, Mike and Donkey, you know what I'm saying? You just want to give them a hug because they look goofy. Ones that don't. So I really don't know, actually. That's like they're on par with each other.
Lilo and Stitch movie was the last original bona fide hit Disney had since the 90s, grossing $273 million, but it
Such a good movie, bro.
still didn't even come close to Pixar. Finding Nemo grossed nearly $1 billion worldwide.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret right now. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I have yet to watch Finding Dory. I said it. I've still to this day, I have not watched Finding Dory. I don't know. I just haven't. I just never got around to it. I just never went to go see it. So fast growing up. It did, but as a child, you was like, it's amazing. And I still think it's an amazing movie. I just have yet to see Finding Dory. I haven't seen it.
The Incredibles, $600 million. Monsters, Inc., $500 million. But it wasn't.
Okay, thank you, Joy, because I'm not the only one. Because I thought I was the only one. A lot of people have seen it. I just have yet to see it.
Even just the money. Disney's animation was outdated, and their storylines were almost exactly the same from 1989 now into
Shout
the
out
2000s.
Tarzan, bro.
They knew they could not compete with the creativity of Pixar or DreamWorks, so CEO Bob Iger decided to acquire Pixar in 2006
Smart.
for $7.4 billion.
Ooh.
Every movie after
$7.4 billion in 2006? Now, let's not get twisted. Back then, like, you know what I'm saying, 2006, money isn't like how it is now. Like, you get money easy. Like, because you get, like, legit, you can make money off of this. There wasn't really no phones like this. I think the first iPhone came out in, I think, 05. Ohana means family. Facts, Slide. What's up, Slide? But $7.4 billion in 2006? Like, yo.
2006 by Pixar could technically be considered a Disney movie, but John Lasseter at Pixar was not going to let them ruin his films.
I feel it. Wait, hold up. Let's go back to the shirt.
But
Yo, this is the car shirt. Hold on, bro. Yo, shout out to this guy.
John
bro. That's
Lasseter
a fire
at Pixar
shirt.
was not going to let them ruin his films. He demanded
How
that
broke am I after 2K? I'm actually not that broke, to be honest. I only bought the game. I ain't buy no VC. Ronnie's not even getting VC out of money. VC money out of me. He tripping.
Disney executives have little power over the creative direction of Pixar films, and since Disney needed Pixar, they obliged and saw even more success. Cars, Ratatouille, WALL-E,
Oh.
Up, Pixar.
Oh my God. Yo, that starting 4? Nigga.
And saw even more success. Cars,
Banger. First off, Cars 2 is the best Cars in that trilogy. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Ratatouille,
Ratatouille. Fire. I wish. I think. Actually, no. I was thinking like maybe they should have made a Ratatouille 2. But I feel like the one is good enough. I think that one movie is good
WALL-E,
enough.
Up,
Oh, WALL-E. The WALL-E game I used to play on 360. Fire. Shout out Up.
Pixar saved Disney, but only for a little bit. To make matters worse for Disney, they were struggling to find big
That's fire
success
right
in
there.
live-action
Yo, this image right here. Fire.
films. There was really only 2 films that carried this era. Pirates of the Caribbean, which became a multi-billion-dollar series over the next 2 decades.
True. Okay, I got 2 things to say. I know I'm pausing a lot. It is what it is. How do y'all say it? Pirates of the Caribbean or the Pirates of the Caribbean? That's just for y'all out there. And I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen one Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I'm gonna keep debating. I've not seen one of these movies.
and Chronicles of Narnia, which also grossed over $1 billion worldwide.
I seen Narnia so many times. Fire movie.
Even though that was technically a spin-off from a book series written in the 50s. Other than that, we got some cult classics like The Princess Diaries, Freaky Friday,
Freaky Friday, yep.
Bridge to Terabithia,
I think I've seen that.
and Remember the Titans.
Oh. Shout out Denzel. You never seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Sly? Because thank you. I'm not the only one.
However, as we went into the 2010s, Disney Channel ratings started to dwindle. The only show still gaining viewership was Wizards of Waverly Place.
It's a go-to show. Come on now. Come on, Pat. It's a go-to show. Come on.
By that point, kids like me were in high school and moving on from Disney.
What age would y'all say y'all started to move away from like the kid shows? Because I watched throughout elementary school. I think I stopped around like 6th or 7th grade. Like middle school. Like middle school is probably when I stopped watching Disney. Pat, I'm assuming because like Pat was in high school. I don't think Pat's that much older than me, so I'll probably say, you know what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, I can't say I watch TV like I don't turn on like. Well, if I were to turn on TV, I'll probably watch SpongeBob, but I think SpongeBob is an excuse. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like anytime you turn on Disney Channel though, last time you say, "Ooh, bruh, that new show, the new episode coming out Friday," or original movies, you know what I'm saying? This week it's Let It Shine. Next week it's Starstruck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a minute. It's been, I think 7th grade was the last time I was really into Disney. Nowadays, I just watch like Marvel and something like that.
It seems like every
Which
sector
is a
of their
Mickey Mouse
business was
version
facing
of,
imminent disaster as
Disney.
we passed 2010.
No pun
Their
intended.
TV cartoons weren't as good as Nickelodeon.
Oh my days. Look at this lineup right here. Look at this. Look at what we got here. Oh my, they got Toph right here too. Oh my days. Oh, mind the gang. Hey, mind the gang. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Yo, this is fire right here.
Or Cartoon Network. Their anime
Oh my god. I gotta go back and get the screenshot. I gotta get it.
Cartoons
Yep.
weren't as good as Nickelodeon or Cartoon
Oh. Yo, this is amazing.
Network. Their animated films weren't as good as Pixar and DreamWorks.
6th grade mostly? Yeah, so 6th and 7th grade. Like everybody stopped around middle school.
Their live-action TV shows were losing steam, and honestly, they never really had booming
Fire movie. Holds one of the greatest Disney movies.
success with live-action films aside from a few. So instead of buckling down, figuring out where they are going wrong, figuring out how to create wonderful, imaginative universes like they did in the 90s and for nearly 100 years before, they took the easy way out and just bought out companies who were actually making great art.
I mean, they got the money for it, so sure, why not? Combine the company, make more money for the company. Bruh.
Disney actually has a
It was, yeah.
long history of buying companies that are competing with them, or buying into industries they want to take part in. Like in 1993, they purchased the Mighty Ducks hockey team and the California Angels baseball team. Why?
They bought the team? Because they made movies.
Why? Because they wanted to make a hockey movie and a baseball movie, and they weren't just going to waste an opportunity to create a money-making professional sports empire. Well, they failed. But the
I'm about to say, they buying teams out here. Yo, they could just buy the whole NHL. MLB.
movies were pretty good. Then in 1996, they purchased ESPN as a whole when they acquired ABC Inc. And what movie was it? It was I forgot the movie, bro. Shoot, it's the kid when he played on the Chicago Cubs to win the World Series. It was a Disney movie. I forgot. I think it was. to save you a
I
bunch of
forgot.
time,
Hopefully
this
Pat
is
shows
every
it.
single company that Disney owns today. Real estate companies, theme parks, merchandising, Vice, National Geographic, Hulu, and even GoPro.
With all I mess, just the beginning and like I guess 13 minutes of this video or something.
Disney has their white gloves in just about every business imaginable. They were once a company that took pride in creating cinematic masterpieces to last decades. With the help of Bob Iger, they became focused on one thing
Who's
and
Bob
one
Iger?
thing only: profit. And in the start of the 2010s, they did pretty dang good after they purchased Marvel Entertainment.
4 billion. Marvel was worth 4 billion back then, obviously. Now, this is all 2009. Wow. So Marvel was 4 billion in 2009. The only movies they had was like, I think, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Captain America. They were just getting started. Bruh, back from therapy, time to relax. Yep.
For $4.4 billion.
Good therapy
Many
session.
people thought Disney acquiring Marvel would remove some of the edge these Marvel characters had. Just like John Lasseter made sure Disney didn't ruin Pixar, Marvel's president Kevin Feige was going to continue to control
Kevin
the
what?
creative direction for future films. Kevin produced most of the iconic Marvel movies in the early 2000s.
Look at that
Spider-Man
guy.
1, 2, and 3.
Huh. Would we say this is a goated trilogy right here? Like, are we saying goated for this trilogy? I don't know if I can say goated. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't know if this is a goated trilogy. Obviously, we know the best one in this lineup is 2. 2 is the best Spider-Man in this trilogy right here. Is it a goated one though? Maybe I'm just trolling. I'm trolling. Yeah, I know I love Spider-Man. Come on, this is obviously a goated one. What the fuck?
Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Fantastic Four.
That Incredible Hulk movie, fuck, boy. I'm gonna keep it a bean. That first Incredible Hulk movie. God forbid that movie.
Marvel was on fire, and Disney's newfound ownership
That first Hulk movie was garbage. I keep
would
it real.
surprisingly make things better in the beginning. Feige had a vision for the Marvel Cinematic Universe that no one had attempted before on the big screen. His plan was to make an interconnected universe of films all building to one finale. Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America.
The first Thor was good. The second, The Dark World, that was garbage. I keep it a
Came
bean.
out of the gates hot. The Avengers securing $1.5 billion.
Oh my god. First Avengers movie, fire, bro. Like, I love, like, these superheroes, you know, when the DC and the Marvel, when they combine all the, you know, the superheroes. Love that type of junk. And I remember on Disney Channel, they were promoting the hell out of Avengers. If y'all remember back then, like, when this Avengers movie first came out, they would show behind the scenes footage of, like, what was going on set during the Avengers movie. I don't know if y'all remember, but they was promoting the hell out of this.
Worldwide, which made it the third highest grossing film of all time in 2012.
Damn.
Iron Man 3, Thor The Dark World.
So garbage. So garbage. That movie was so garbage, I can't even fathom it.
The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man. Marvel was released
I ain't gonna lie. Like, Solo, super, my fault. I didn't mean to hit y'all. I'm sorry. But I ain't gonna lie. Out of the Solo superhero movies, actually, it might be Hulk. Because Hulk only has one, and it's that first one, and that was complete garbage. But I ain't gonna lie. Iron Man, or no, Thor, he might be behind him. Thor, his best movie is Ragnarok. Ragnarok's a great movie. And the first one. The Dark World, that was garbage. And his latest one, I have yet to seen it. I heard that was trash too.
releasing 2 huge feature films per year, and each time it was a cultural event. All the way up through 2019, they were breaking records left and right. Deadpool, Thor Ragnarok,
No.
Deadpool 2.
I seen. Which one I seen? I seen.
Venom, all were
First
massive.
Deadpool.
Then Black Panther,
Round of applause for this masterpiece. Masterpiece of a film. I seen it. I think how many times I've seen it now? I've seen it. I think almost countless. Black Panther, such a go-to movie. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
becoming the highest grossing film directed by a black filmmaker,
Preach.
grossing over $1.3 billion. The film celebrated black culture in a groundbreaking way, offering a vision of Africa through the
powers of the Black Panther spirit. No, I'm not bullying him.
fictional nation of
not be
Wakanda
him,
that
not
was
be him.
rich, advanced, and uncolonized. The film showcased a specific, beautiful black aesthetic, from Afrocentric
Beautiful black woman.
natural hair to carefully designed costumes drawing from various African references. This attention to detail reflected the diversity of black culture and identity. But the two movies that wrapped up Marvel's decade-long dominance are Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame.
What a way to wrap up this whole saga of movies, all connected to these two movies. I'm gonna say yes. Yo, I didn't even realize this was 27, this was 26. I didn't even realize that. Wow. It's crazy. Yo, these two movies might actually be one of the greatest movies ever.
Infinity
Superhero
War
movies.
grossed $2 billion at the box office, making
Oh, the hype around this, like, I remember, like, the weekend this came out, bruh, you had to go see it. If you didn't see it by Monday, you know the whole movie, not from seeing it. It's nasty.
the highest grossing superhero film of all time, only to be beaten by Endgame the next year, $2.7 billion.
Same with this one. You had to see it that weekend. If you didn't see it by Monday, you know the whole movie.
Worldwide. Many people believe these two movies are in the top 10 best superhero films of all time,
It is. It's facts.
and they also believe them to be the end of Marvel's dominance.
I think so as well. But I will say Loki, great show. What's the other one? Captain America and the Winter Soldier, that like TV show, that's pretty good. They're coming out with a movie, I think, next year. I'm excited for that one.
After all,
Oh, Captain Falcon, my fault, Captain Falcon.
it was Kevin Feige's vision to build all these stories throughout the years until they came together in Endgame. Pixar continued to steamroll ahead in the 2010s. Toy Story 3 became the highest grossing animated film of all time.
We all agree Toy Story 3 is the best Toy Story in that whole 4 movie sequence. We know that.
Brave, which was a new story that became a massive hit, earning half
I, to this day, have yet to see Brave. Have any of y'all seen Brave? Because I have not seen it.
a billion at the
keep
box
going.
office. Monsters University
Ooh, such a Monster University good movie.
grossed over 700 million. Then Inside Out was even bigger at 850 million.
I'm gonna keep it real because I'm a real ass nigga. I cried at the end of this movie. I'm gonna keep it real.
Finding Dory was another billion-dollar box
I never will watch Brave. And another movie I have yet to see. I've yet to see Finding Dory, bro. I have yet to see it, bro. I don't know if I'm not gonna say that because I think I might watch it, but I just have no interest in seeing it now.
office success. If you look at Pixar's catalog from 1995 to 20,
Let's look at this. Let's look at this right here. It's pretty decent, huh? Look, like this right here is my sweat. Except for the Good Dinosaur. Good Dinosaur, you can get that out of here. I ain't gonna lie. Because these are the goats, right? We're talking about the goats. Finding Dory, I don't know if it can stay with the goats. Brave, I don't know either. But The Incredibles, Cars, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Ratatouille, WALL-E. Oh, come on, man. Cars? Come on, man. Maybe Inside Out, too. Inside Out.
2017, they had one flop, one of the most impressive runs in history. Disney was in total domination at the start of the 2010s.
Pretty boy,
yeah, they were being carried by their
hey.
acquisitions,
That
but
boy
they made a
culture.
short comeback from their own animation studio. Wreck-It Ralph
Wreck-It Ralph was also a really good movie. I like Wreck-It Ralph.
in 2012 was a very Pixar-inspired film about the lives of video game characters inside the arcade machine.
2012. I was 10 turning 11 at this time. I think I was either 5th grade going to 6th grade. 5th to 6th grade. 5th or 6th grade.
Earning a solid 500 million at the box office, got the momentum building.
I think
what was
5th
about to
grade. I think
come.
5th grade.
Frozen, the highest grossing animated film of all time, beating out Toy Story
I'm not gonna lie. I was forced to watch Frozen.
3, $1.28
Well, not forced to, but I watched it with my grandma.
billion. But the success of Frozen was more than just money. Disney was able to recreate the magic and cultural dominance.
I haven't
they had in
seen
the
Frozen
90s,
2. I don't
an
think I
original
will.
Princess movie with
I'll
addictive
plan on it at
musical
least.
performances, valuable life lessons.
I see
for
no
kids
point in me
like learning
watching
to
it.
be brave, take risks, communicate your conflicts,
The memes were funny, though. I appreciate the memes. The memes were hilarious.
and always love your friends
The
and
memes were
family.
hilarious.
It just felt right to see my little sister have an iconic Disney Disney film to grow up with. Then they followed up with Big Hero 6 and
I have yet to see Big Hero 6. I know the dude's name is Baymax. I've seen Moana several times.
Moana, both solid additions to the new Pixar-inspired Disney
And Moana might be so far the best movie in the new, you know what I'm saying, new era.
catalog.
I ain't gonna
They
lie.
also took a big step progressively. In 2014, on an episode of Good Luck Charlie,
It was 2014? Oh my God, then I was watching Disney for a long time then.
Disney displayed a same-sex couple for the first time.
Okay, I remember this episode. Wait a minute.
Taylor has 2 moms.
Something that would become a key part of all of their films years
I don't remember this episode. Wait a minute.
later. Their live-action films Cinderella and The Jungle Book were also huge.
There's a live action version of Cinderella? Really? I did not even know that. Wow. Charlie's in high school. I seen that. I seen a picture of her, she said she was starting high school, bro. You know how crazy that is, bro? Oh my God.
Hits. Beauty and the Beast earned over $1 billion. By the
Yes, I never seen the Beauty and the Beast live
mid-2010s,
action version.
everything was booming again.
Now, why they do this though? Why they do this like this is Infinity War? This just made me mad, bro.
Disney just could not miss.
This just made me
2012,
mad.
They purchased Lucasfilm, the creators of
Star Wars, right?
Star Wars,
Yeah.
for $4 billion. Although this acquisition financially would be fruitful for Disney, there are a lot of mixed opinions regarding the execution of these
This is Return. I heard Return of the Jedi people said was awful. They didn't like it. The only Star Wars movie I seen was the OG first one with my grandpa, and I fell asleep halfway through it, so I don't remember it.
films. Their first release with Lucasfilm was in 2015, Star Wars The Force Awakens.
I have not
which, as
seen
it
any of the
sits,
Star
is
Wars
the
film.
11th highest grossing film of all time adjusted for inflation, earning $2 billion.
Okay.
A huge success, but it didn't actually continue the Star Wars story that was developed for the past 40 years. It's like they changed everything the fans knew and loved about their characters.
Now, what
and
is
wrote
that
the
then?
story. Visually,
What is that then, Slot? What is that then?
it was stunning, and people who were new to the franchise adored it, but longtime fans were disappointed, hoping the second film would be better. Rogue One in 2016 took a bit of a risk casting lesser-known, or at the time not A-list actors, Felicity Jones and Diego Luna. Disney executives were supposedly not fully satisfied with the first cut, and will bring in writer and director Tony Gilroy to help with the movie.
Yo,
with his
you're
hope to
actually
streamline
weird, yo. You're actually weird. I'm gonna do it. You can
all
watch
conceptualizing the story,
too much of it,
reshooting
bro. I
scenes
can't.
and editing.
It's such
the
a bad
iconic
video.
Darth Vader fight scene being
Plain
added
bro.
right at the end of filming.
Watch it. Heavens no.
The movie would
Watch it after? No, I really don't.
be a huge hit.
That's
It
I'm gonna skim through the
was
video.
the last
I'm not
critically
watching
acclaimed
it.
and beloved
Watching it.
Star Wars movie, despite having a $1 billion decrease in revenue from the previous one. Star Wars is a multi-generational classic that is always going to bring in revenue due to it being the most popular film franchise of all time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Using
is.
revenue
I know.
alone
I
is
thought
not an
about that.
accurate representation of how the community felt
Yo, shout out to the community.
about these films, and there are people who dedicate their entire lives diving into the insane complexity that is this cinematic universe that George Lucas created. So to sit here and describe where every film went wrong would take forever. But there is some crucial information to understand why Disney tainted the Star Wars legacy.
Okay.
Disney CEO Bob Iger wrote in his 2019 memoir that George Lucas wrote outlines for a Star Wars trilogy. Bob said, "We needed to buy them, though we made it clear in the purchase agreement that we would not be contractually obligated to adhere to the plot lines he had laid out. Instead, Disney gave creative control to director J.J. Abrams, screenwriter Michael Arndt, and Lucasfilm president Kathleen
That boy
Kennedy.
needed to come
From the very
home, bro. He
beginning,
needed
George
to go
Lucas saw
bald.
them ruining his vision for the trilogy. He felt betrayed. Disney loved his ideas and bought him out only to change everything they loved. And instead of them
The
coming up
boy
with
got
their
a
own
buyout deal. The boy got sent to free agency.
cohesive story, they let multiple directors take the leads for different films. Rian Johnson for The Last Jedi and J.J. Abrams for The Rise of Skywalker. Critics say these films subvert our expectations, but that's just a fancy way of saying it's unpredictable. And just because it's unpredictable doesn't mean it's good. The film's
Right.
decisions regarding character arcs, plot twists, and the identity of certain characters felt totally random and lacked continuity. Going
I I really have nothing much to say. I'm learning right now because I don't know too much about Star Wars and all this nonsense, bro.
Against the man who created this franchise obviously pissed off longtime fans, and although each movie brought in serious profits, they felt like Disney took
Nah, they make
advantage
bread
of
from
George
Star Wars,
Lucas
I know
and the
that.
massive Star Wars community. Financially speaking, throughout the 2010s, Disney reigned supreme, with almost no dents in their armor. But the only way to go from here was down, starting with Pixar, the studio that saved them 20 years earlier. John Lasseter, Pixar and Walt Disney Animation Studios'
Nah, Buddy's lit with his setup. What the heck?
chief creative officer took a leave of absence in 2017 after revelations last year that he sexually harassed multiple employees during his tenure. At
Nigga's weird. He's a weirdo.
Pixar, John was known for grabbing,
weirdo.
kissing, making comments about physical attributes.
Buddy said physical attributes.
John responded
What the
with,
heck?
I've recently had a number of difficult conversations that have been very painful for me. It's never easy to face your missteps, but it's the only way to learn from them. Lasseter made himself the victim, hoping to gain sympathy of those who oppose this sudden Me Too movement. Disney didn't fire him until he finished the projects that he was working on. He stayed there for another year to finish Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 4.
I ain't gonna lie. He could have left after Incredibles 2. Toy Story 4 was not it, buddy. Toy Story 4 was not it.
Both were massive commercial and critical successes. Although John was
Toy Story 4? Yeah, actually, yeah. Everybody waited a long time.
exposed for being a relentless creep, deserving of his termination,
They got him a
there's no
creep.
doubt that he was the creative genius at Pixar. After he left, Pixar died. Onward was a box office flop, and
What is this? What is this? 4 pissed me off. But 4 was so weird. I don't even know how to
received
describe Toy Story
controversy
4.
for this clip.
It's not easy being a new parent. My girlfriend's daughter got me pulling my hair out, okay?
The officer mentions her girlfriend's daughter, obviously stating that she is a lesbian. Most
Oh.
people didn't even notice this quick line. In fact, the LGBTQ community was pretty happy about it. However, this short scene got the film banned in multiple Middle Eastern countries. From there,
Oh, bro. Why? Yo, come on, bro. Nigga said gay. Yo, I'm bro. That's gay. No, that's gay. Yo, Soul is actually a pretty good movie. Shout out to Jamie Foxx, bro. This is actually a good movie.
Soul was a flop. Luca was a
Soul was a flop? Well, I guess so. Soul was actually a pretty good movie. I liked it.
flop. Turning Red managed to barely make a profit, but when
What the hell is this? What is this? Turning Red? What? Now, Soul, they tripping. Soul was a classic, bro. I
Consider
like
marketing.
that. I wouldn't say classic. Let me not say that. But Soul was actually a good movie.
expenses, it's still a flop. Pixar was spending $100 to $200 million per film to make these detailed, beautiful universes, but lacked any decent storytelling to keep you engaged. Lightyear was the unforeseen spin-off of Toy Story's Buzz Lightyear.
Nah, I knew this was gonna flop. I don't know if this movie came out right, Lightyear. I think it has. If it has, I know this gonna flop. If not, it will flop. Cause I'm not even gonna watch this. I don't even want to. First off, they made this dude try to Giga Chad a nigga in the way. I ain't going for that, bro.
And in this one, Pixar took their inclusion to new heights when they displayed a same-sex couple kissing. Conservatives claimed Lightyear was an attempt by Disney to indoctrinate children and shape their beliefs. Social media saw a
Nigga said Lightyear gay scene on it. Make sure your kids. When the two girls are kissing, this is no longer a kid movie. Yo, nah, Twitter is hilarious, bro. Only sometimes. This is become poisonous for it. Nah, actually, it has though. Disney actually is. You know what I'm saying? They know what they doing, bro.
Online.
Wait, hold on. What did nigga say? Pixar should never told people that Lightyear had a gay kiss scene. So the homophobic parents found out too
The
late.
movie failed in the box office, but not
Nigga, what the? What? Nigga, this does not look right. We asked too much of
just
you.
because of controversy. It's because they depicted Buzz as more of a human than the toy we all
Nah, yeah, this nigga's more human than a damn toy. Nigga, the Buzz Lightyear I grew up on, that nigga was him, but he was a toy. This nigga is trying to be him. Literally.
we all know and love. It was voiced by not Tim Allen, and it's an
Right.
origin story that nobody really needed in the first place. It's hard to say.
Wait, did Tim? I don't think Tim. No shot. Tim Allen voiced this dude.
It's because they depicted Buzz as more of a human than the toy we all know and love. It was voiced by not Tim Allen.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say no. I know Tim Allen wasn't going for that shit.
They went wrong at Pixar in the past few years. It can't simply be Lasseter's exit because he was hired by Skydance Animations and their first movie Luck was a commercial and critical failure.
What the hell is Luck?
Pixar has never had so many failures commercially and critically in their entire history.
What is that?
They're on life support and don't know how to save themselves. The next sector of Disney's business to go was their own animation studio.
Shout out
Instead of
Fantasia
taking risks on
2000,
new
bro.
storylines, they continued pushing what was working. Ralph Breaks the Internet was a solid sequel that was loved by fans and critics.
I actually watched this. I actually watched Ralph Breaks the Internet. I don't remember much from it. It was obviously not as good as Wreck-It Ralph, obviously, but it was not that bad.
Also turned a decent profit. Frozen 2 was bound to be a smash hit and
I'm not planning on watching
ended up
Frozen
being
2.
bigger than they probably imagined. $1.4 billion in the box office. The second
Dang.
highest grossing animated film of all time.
What? So Frozen 2 is better than Incredibles 2. I can't. What's wrong with us, bro? What's wrong? What's wrong with us? Okay, the only reason they did Toy Story 4 better than Toy Story 3, because look at the year difference, bro. 9 years in the making for this movie, so they were hyped for that. And that shit flopped.
Hopefully this was enough profit to handle all the loss they were about to take in the 2020s. Raya and the Last Dragon, flop. Encanto had
What the hell is that?
the loss they were
Niggas
about to
said
take in the
woman with powers.
2020s. Raya and the
Yeah.
Last Dragon,
Yo, what is this movie? What? I don't even know what this is, bro.
flop. Encanto had an okay box office
I heard about this movie and Encanto. Oh, Encanto. I was about to say Enchanto. I heard this was decent.
performance,
Not being there is a sin. Dog, that is true. The Spielberg one
but got more
fire.
popular once it was added to the Disney Plus streaming service.
I heard this movie's actually pretty good. Would I watch it? No, but
Strange World was a massive box office failure
what is this?
and had yet another LGBTQ controversy.
So what I'm getting from this is that niggas ain't fucking with the LGBTQ community. That's what I'm getting from this. Niggas watch these Disney movies and they're not fucking with it.
Main character Ethan Clade is an openly gay teenager whose crush is the male character Diazo. This is the first Disney film with an openly gay lead character.
Yo, I ain't got no problem with Disney. You should know that niggas in the world obviously feel a certain type of way. You knew that shit.
Teachers in Florida were being investigated
Niggas said, ew.
for showing this
Wait, Florida teacher under investigation for showing Disney movie with gay character. Okay, I'm gonna keep it being. This is not the teacher's fault. Well, it depends. Did she show it to the if it's elementary school, then I see that. Then.
film to their students. Opposers think that
Wait, hold up, wait a minute.
Teachers in
Hold on, I
Florida
just
were
said
being
from an
investigated.
article. I'm not going to stand by and allow this minority to infiltrate our schools. God put me here, said Rodriguez at the school board meeting.
for showing this film to their students. Opposers think that Disney Animations is failing because they
Nah, legit, bro. Damn, that's crazy, bro. When I'm gonna have kids, bro, like this shit gonna be crazy. Now I think about it, bro. Like I get it. People, some people like dudes, some people like girls, of the same sex, whatever. Cool with that. But it's kind of crazy people trying to normalize it though. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, I have nothing against, the LGBTQ, not the community and all that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like,
choose not to write
that might get me canceled.
an interesting and meaningful storyline, but rather focus on pushing an agenda to children.
This is the executive producer admits gay agenda, adding queerness wherever she could.
However, the LGBTQ community feels like they're finally getting deserved representation in films. But Disney made their stance towards the LGBT
Fuck, bro. Nigga said gay days. Nigga said gay days.
LGBTQ community
Yes, we
very
do, but-
clear in March
oh
of
my.
2022 when Florida legislator
I don't know why that
passed
shirt's funny to
HB
me.
1557, otherwise known as the Don't Say Gay bill. This
Yo, that's a bill, bro. I didn't even know that. Yo. Niggas in Florida going stupid, damn it, stupid. That's hilarious, bro. Nigga said, don't say gay.
bill prohibits instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity in grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. The bill is framed around the fundamental
So basically, they don't like talk about, you know what I'm saying, you know, that type of stuff in elementary school. I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard about, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, gay and stuff like that, like I think it was like 8th grade, I think. 8th grade. Like, I didn't know, bro, I don't know too much about that. What I know is that girls like dudes and dudes like girls. That's it. Until 8th grade came along, some dudes, you know, they flipped the script, I guess, and they started liking other dudes and things of that nature.
rights of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children. Since Disney World is located in Florida, they were pressured to take a stance.
It is.
They issued a
I went to Disney World in Florida long time ago.
statement. Florida's HB 1557 should have never been passed and should never have been signed into law. Our goal as a company is for this law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts, and we remain committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that. Disney did not attempt to block this law while it was in process, and as far as
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's like for us, like I'll say, like movies for us when we were watching Disney, the main thing was like more of the story. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's to always, you know, be grateful for what you have, or, you know what I'm saying, always love your parents, always love your family, stuff like that. Nowadays, I'm not even going to even bother.
we know have not made any progress towards getting it changed. Walt Disney Studios was able to offset some of the losses from their 2 animation studios failing with live-action remakes of classics.
Damn, imagine what that nigga Walt Disney thinking all the way in heaven. That nigga looking down on this, like the company. He said, what the hell going on?
From 2015, Disney has been on a remake tirade. Cinderella, The Jungle Book, Alice Through the Looking Glass.
I haven't seen Alice Through the Looking Glass. I seen the first Alice in Wonderland, like Wonderland, like the live action version.
Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo,
Haven't seen it.
Aladdin,
Haven't
Lady
seen
and
it.
the
I seen Aladdin.
Tramp. All of these were
They made a Lady and a Tramp. Like live action
very
version. I didn't even know
safe and
that.
solid box office successes.
Yeah, I've seen
The
some movies.
biggest was none other than The Lion King,
I-
earning
Facts.
$1.6 billion.
So I'm looking at the lineup up here. Hold on. Donald Glover, Seth Rogen. Oh my God. Yeah. Emma Jones. Yeah. Beyonce. And had a lot more others.
Making it the highest grossing animated film of all time. However,
It's a
these
little more
safe
careless.
remakes would come to a screeching halt. Mulan, Cruella, Pinocchio,
Cool. There's a Peter Pan live action?
Peter Pan all failed to make substantial
I know that Peter Pan flopped.
revenue. Now, this could be due to the pandemic shutting down theaters and people being scared to go out in public, but it's more likely that Disney fans
By the way, y'all be safe, because I heard there's like a actual COVID outbreak going on now. So y'all be safe wherever y'all at.
are
man.
just
For real, for real.
exhausted from the oversaturation of old stories, so they threw a curveball at a classic. The Little Mermaid 2023
That nigga passed that into a curveball. I know what he meant too. This is one of the movies I do want to go see. Like now these Disney movies, this is one of the few movies I want to see. Like I have yet to see The Little Mermaid, so let's see.
It was a
I just want to
live-action
go see it.
remake that casted Halle Bailey as Ariel.
Facts.
This made headlines because the original 1989
Yes, we know she was white.
animation depicted Ariel as a white woman, whereas Halle is African American.
Damn right.
Disney has been accused of whitewashing their characters for years, but we don't often see them totally change the race of one of their main characters. Critics accuse Disney of blatantly pandering, trying to change something that was a non-issue in the first place. However, defenders pointed out that mermaids don't have a race because they are not real, and Disney has had very few black lead characters over the years.
We only got one black princess, do we? For Disney? It's just Tiana, right? I'm trying to think. I think so. That's it.
Some people in the middle thought that the lead just didn't look like Ariel, specifically because her hair is orange and not red. Normally, these
And the Halle Berry version. Okay, I'm about to
controversies lead
say.
to failure, but fans and critics seem to like this movie, and it made a nice profit.
Hey, yeah, shut up, racist
Or
niggas.
their upcoming Snow White remake has easily received the most controversy out of them all, and
Why?
it hasn't even come out yet. It all started with the casting of Rachel Zegler, a Colombian American set to play the role of Snow White. This specific princess is known for having pale white skin and dark hair, but Rachel's skin color is not why people are angry. It's her constant reminders that she hates the original story.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
So whoever casted her, L job, you're fired. Boom. You're banned. You're fired. Beat it. You casted a girl that doesn't like the role, you know what I'm saying? And it's actor job to like the role, nigga. Like, what sense does that make? What does that mean? So I can go, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cast anybody that doesn't like their job, but they do it, you know what I'm saying? You know what, actually, let me think about it. Cause like, say you somebody that doesn't like their job, but is really good at it. Okay, maybe I see what he's doing. But she clearly don't like this nigga. She just passionate, like she just bashed, you know, her image.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, fire her. She's banned. Fire her. She's fired. She's fired.
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore
Did she play something else? I swear I've seen her face before. She definitely played a different movie or something like that.
it's extremely dated when it comes to.
No, that actually is true, Slide. Kids nowadays are actually being forced to it, which I don't agree with it, forcing niggas to do that. I don't like that. Forcing kids to do something, bro, that's kind of insane, bro. That's actually insane. Shoots. Like forcing kids, bro.
The ideas of women being in roles of power. I just mean that it's no longer
5 years old? 5? She can't even spell trans.
1937.
Yo, look at this. Look at Gail. Oh my damn. Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder
I was
Woman.
scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once.
Wait, Gail plays what's the villain in Snow White? The princess. Ah, shoot, I forgot her name. I forgot.
And then I never picked it up again.
What a woman, by the way. What Wonder Woman.
Even people who are extremely for Disney reshaping and modifying their classics to fit a modern
She definitely played something else, bro. I don't know what she played. I don't know what she
society
played.
think Rachel is annoying, entitled, and disrespectful. And on
Call that bitch annoying.
top of that, she doesn't think she's being paid enough.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid.
She getting, I guarantee she getting paid at least 6 figures to wear this dress. You know what I'm saying?
For every hour that it is streamed online.
She's like everything people hate
That is actually weird, bro.
about
It's
this
actually weird
generation
nowadays.
distilled into a single person. There have been rumors that Disney plans on axing this film due to the controversy. If that becomes true, it would forever change the way they cast their lead characters.
Ban her, because she talking trash about Snow White, a movie she only liked the movie one. Maybe she'd be a good actor. I mean, I seen her Facebook post, so she probably is a good actor. But she, you know what I'm saying? She about to protest herself by trying to get more money. She trying to force herself into 7 figures.
If they don't axe the film, it sends the message
Maybe, I don't know how much she getting paid. I don't know how
that
much.
you can disrespect the legacy of Disney, insert your unwanted opinions, all while elevating your fame and getting paid
Bro, the fact that it's killing me because I seen her face before somewhere. I don't remember
millions of
where.
dollars. Marvel has not been
Hold on, look, I have to look. Absolutely. It's going to kill me. What's her name? Rachel Zegler, whatever. Rachel, movies and TV shows. Was it the Hunger Games? I don't think I seen. No. She was in the Hunger Games. Shazam. That's it. She was in the second Shazam movie. Okay, that's where I've seen her before. Okay. Yeah, she was in the second Shazam movie.
been able to escape.
Euphoria actor? I've yet to see Euphoria for some reason. I don't know. I need to.
Either.
I heard Euphoria really good, bro.
Aside from Spider-Man and Black Panther, who were certified billion-dollar.
Oh. No, I'm not gonna lie. Wakanda Forever. Obviously, we all know it wasn't as good as the first Black Panther for obvious reasons. Obviously, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. But this Spider-Man movie out of Tom Holland's trilogy, bro. You haven't seen either. Oh my slide. You have to see both of them, obviously. Well, Black Panther for the culture. Spider-Man. Oh man. Like this like Tom Holland's trilogy, it's Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. Oh, you seen Spider-Man? Oh, okay. So Black Panther talk about. Okay.
Hits their rollout of new.
But nah, that Spider-Man, they killed that one. Oh my god. What? Oh,
films.
Not Black Panther. It's I'll say it. Spoiler alert: is not as good as the first one, but it's alright.
The New Mutants, The Kingsman.
What's the New Mutants?
Morbius.
Get this bullshit off my screen. Eternals, that shit is ass. I've yet to see it. I've seen the ratings, boy.
Which was
them
their
niggas.
first openly gay superhero.
Is it? I didn't even know that. No, I didn't even know that. Don't tell me LGBTQ plus minus community. I'm sorry. I've yet to see this movie, and I don't think I'm going to.
All bombed at the box office.
Boy.
This is especially bad when you consider these movies have $200 million budgets.
What's that
Their
TikTok?
new TV series, She-Hulk, WandaVision.
WandaVision's good. She-Hulk. I seen the clip of her and Megan Thee Stallion twerking, bro. I knew they weren't taking that serious.
Miss Marvel and
Fuck is Miss Marvel?
Secret Invasion are not drawing much excitement from fans either.
Secret Invasion,
And rumors are circulating that some of these TV episodes are costing upwards of $25 million to make.
An episode, $25 million?
In an effort to cut costs,
Found it.
Bob Iger announced his plan to reduce costs by $5.5 billion, which included reducing the workforce by 7,000 employees. One of these employees was Marvel executive Ike Perlmutter, who was the man who sold Marvel to Disney 15 years ago. Disney has bought...
Damn, nigga sold his company to the biggest company in the world. And nigga got banned or got the boot.
Extremely valuable IP from culturally significant...
No, it's not.
Studios rinsed every dollar they could out
He
of
100%
them
doesn't know what he's doing.
Shaped the narratives to tell a more modern and socially acceptable story, but they are now in panic mode. It's not working anymore. They have lost $900 million in their last 8 releases, and just a week ago their stock price hit a 9-year low when it fell below $84 in 2023. So if going woke is clearly pissing off fans and dragging their financials into the mud,
Show is. Disney on some GameStop's top of jump right now.
why are they doing it? Is it because they genuinely care about inclusion and making people of all kinds feel comfortable and happy? Well, when you learn about the Corporate Equality Index, you might think differently as to why companies are all of a sudden being so forward with their political ideologies. For the 16th year in a row, Disney received a score of 100 on the Human Rights Campaign Foundation's Corporate Equality Index. The CEI score is administered by the Human Rights Campaign, the largest LGBTQ political lobbying organization in the US. This score is given to companies that meet certain criteria such as workforce protections, inclusive benefits, supporting an inclusive culture, and the big one being corporate social responsibility. CSR is the one that will notice the most because
Nigga, is this the quiz they're doing?
Because of the rules that must be followed to earn a full score in this area. Marketing or advertising in LGBTQ consumers. Advertising with LGBTQ plus content. Advertising in LGBTQ media or sponsoring LGBTQ organizations and events. And demonstrated public support for LGBTQ plus equality under the law through local, state, and federal legislation or initiatives. Companies are rewarded with essentially a social credit score based on how inclusive they are. Investors often consider a company's CEI score as an indicator of potential future backlash over human rights violations or other controversies. A high CEI score can reassure investors that the company is a relatively safe bet. If you do not comply with the HRC's guidelines and receive a low CEI score, then investment firms that control trillions of dollars, such as BlackRock, will actively avoid investing in your company. This situation becomes particularly concerning when viewed through the lens of potential blackmail. If a company fails to meet HRC's criteria, the HRC can exert pressure on investors. These investors, in turn, can influence the company's board.
This is big business talk from a guy that stays in his room most of the time.
Creating a chain of external pressures. If they learn that a company is not complying with the HRC's LGBTQ criteria, they have the power to contact advertising agencies and encourage them to no longer do business with these companies. This could result in a significant loss of income for a non-compliant company. Adding another layer of complexity, companies that do adhere to the CEI criteria may also be penalized if they engage in business with companies that do not. In some cases, even the company...
Okay, so if a company doesn't support it and you support it, you're dunskies. You can't go with them, and your score will get lowered. Facts.
...that are making an effort to meet the CEI standards.
Walmart at 100? I mean, I expect that from Walmart.
...standards could see their scores negatively affected. Very powerful...
Dang. Berkshire Hathaway, 0.
Powerful billionaires are very much against conservative values. Strong family bonds, frugality, and modesty contradict the
frugality. What does that even mean?
Consumerist mindset. By influencing a younger generation to distance themselves from these traditional values, these cutthroat businessmen aim to shape a future consumer base that generates more profits than ever before. However, not every company is successful in trying to achieve a higher score. For instance, companies like Bud Light have faced controversies that led to significant financial losses. The biggest problem with this score is that you'll never know the difference between an actually progressive, inclusive company and one that's just trying to get a higher score to look good for investors. You have to ask yourself, is Disney trying to make your life easier, safer, and happier? Or are they just trying to prevent investors from getting scared and pulling out? The truth is, Disney has always faced backlash, and they always will. You can type in...
I mean, to be fair, everybody faces backlash, whether you like it or not. It just comes with the publicity.
Literally any Disney film, the word controversy after it, and you will find an article of someone pinpointing a small detail accusing them of being racist, whitewashing, too gay, not gay enough. There will always be someone angry. After dragging 3 iconic
Who's that too gay? Not gay enough.
Studios into the dirt and squeezing out every last penny they can.
Come on,
it seems like the one thing they haven't tried in 2 decades is use their endless amount of dollars and connections to build a super team and write a good story.
When that day comes, I guess. I don't know. W video, Pat, but golly. I think that was an hour reaction out of me from a 30-minute video.